Oh, it was, I don't know, several months later, I passed out again in the hospital visiting an uncle. It was very warm, and I was standing, and I got sick in my stomach, and excused myself from the room without telling them why, and I went out to the hall to get some water, and I passed out. And that's, so from then on I realized something was wrong. So I just said, well, I'll eliminate hospitals. And the family doctor said it was psychological then. Well, I didn't resent it or anything, I just didn't believe it. And I eliminated things one by one that I couldn't do. But I got to the point where I started building back. This is difficult.
What's difficult about it?
To tell it, to talk about it.
What sort of effect does it have on you?
I feel like I'm going to pass out. I mean,
just talking about it?
Yes, reviewing it. I feel I'm pinned in, I'm pinned down. It wouldn't be so, I could do it freer or with more ease if we were in my room, in my surroundings. I'm in different surroundings, I'm not used to it.
Why the difference?
This, I don't know. I'm just uncomfortable. Anyway, when we moved to Meridian 10 years ago and I went into television, I was at about my lowest ebb. I couldn't function except just go to work and come home. But after we moved to Meridian, it was, I suppose, good therapy for me to get away from Nashville and the influences of past childhood, a rather unhappy experience in radio. And TV was what I wanted, and I was enjoying it. I was enjoying some success, and I was able to get back to what I would say normal or average, adding back to my activity the things that I had cut off, such as eating out, going to shows, that type of thing. Up until 3 years ago, I'd gotten to the point where I was willing to make a talk in church. I say I was willing. I'll have to retract that. I was not willing. They asked me to, and I said no. And they said, oh, being an announcer, you can make a talk in church. Rather than to argue with them or reason with them, I just went in and said, okay. But it was against my will. And about 5 minutes into the talk, I passed out. This was 3 years ago. And since then, I haven't been able to add back these things. If I met you on the street, the last thing, and the latest thing that's been bothering me is my inability to stand. If I met you on the street or in the hall and had to stand and talk with you, just stand there, I couldn't do it. I'd pass out. I would have to find a place to sit down. This is now going on at work, in my administrative work, when I meet a fellow employee who is coming to ask me something or something of that nature. When I meet him in the hall, I'll say, well, come on in the office and let's talk about it. This will give me an opportunity to sit at my desk and they can sit in a chair and we can discuss it. Some days I feel pretty good and I'm not bothered with this. Other days it's very severe. Other days noticeable. It varies. Some days I feel that I could do most anything. Other days, like today, this is down day as I call it. Tomorrow might be up day, I don't know.
How did you feel in relation to this interview?
For some reason I wasn't too keen on it this time. Heretofore, or last week, it didn't bother me. This week it's bothering me a little.
Is there anything in particular about it that bothers you?
Nothing other than I'm just pinned down here for a while. if I should suddenly want to get up and go get a drink of water or something, I don't feel that I'm free to do that. And the tape is running, and it would create a little chaos. They'd have to shut down and then fire back up, and I've had some experience with this, and I know how aggravating it is to have to stop and then start again.
So this being pinned down, you said?
Yes, this is part of my problem. In fact, I place more emphasis on being pinned down in a given situation than I do people making me nervous, although people do make me nervous.
Was this so of some of the other situations that you'd mentioned to me?
Oh, yes.
Your fears of over hospitals, for example?
I'm pinned in. See, I'm up here on the 7th floor. I can't get out rapidly if I go in a building somewhere. I'm enclosed. I can't escape.